Hello, Pisces. Thank you so much for tuning in to your general energy reading for October 1st through the 16th, 2018. General energy means, this reading will not resonate with everyone 100%. So please take the information that is most valuable and helpful to you at this time. And, come back in a week, watch it again, as this is for a 2-week span. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. They are truly, truly appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click subscribe. And if you guys would like to know when a new video is uploaded or when I'm going to go live, click that notification bell next to the subscribe button after you subscribe. And head over to Instagram and follow me there. And of course, if you'd like to schedule a private reading, you can always shoot me an email. I offer 30-minute and 1-hour sessions and accept payment via PayPal. Those are questions I get asked a lot. I hate talking about them on the video, but so we can set that up for you. So happy Halloween or happy October. Halloween, the month of Halloween, my favorite time of the year. What can I say? I'm such a Halloween girl. Yay, spooky stuff. All right, Pisces. Remaining neutral here for you. Yet always excited. Got to do this reading so that I can then head over to my favorite YouTuber and watch her reading for Pisces. Don't ever watch it before I do this one. All right, Pisces, 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 Pisces. Oh, okay, so let me move these here where you can see this was the first cut, the second cut, which is the cut we use, and the third cut. So with the final cut being as, as thick as it is, it does make me feel like there's a lot coming up here for Pisces. Like there's a shift. I'm hearing the word shift, shift, shift coming. So that is always amazing. Well, the end is always amazing. The process during the shift isn't always so much fun. I want to say I read for our Phoenix Scorpios, so our Pisces water sign cousins, that they're going through a shift. So perhaps if you are friends with a Phoenix Scorpio, they will be able to help you through the shift that is preparing for you. The Hungry Ghost. Very interesting. Obsession. Attachment. Scarcity consciousness. What is going on here? Well, this is the time of the veil being thin. It began in September and it will go through November. It isn't just for two days here, the 31st and 1st of November, although that is the peak of the thinnest. But the hungry ghost. And with it, this shift, it felt like that was coming in for you, Pisces. Very interesting. I do remember that one of the other videos I got, I want to say that this came up. Maybe I don't remember. I don't know. So please be sure to watch your moon sign or rising sign, or both those videos as well. Let's see if we can get more information here. Ooh, okay. So with the Two of Coffins here, it feels, just this information here does feel very, this attachment you have with another person, or an obsession you may have with another person. This could be a place or thing, but it's an energy that draws you, that you just have this kind of, I don't understand. And this is the thing about obsessions. I'm hearing this straight away, is that's a past life connection. You being obsessed with a specific person here, that this is a past life connection here. And if they are pushing you away, it's because in the past life, you probably did something bad to them and you're wanting to make it up to them this life. But with the Two of Coffins, I do like seeing that here in the root of your tree, about you really wanting to make that genuine bond with somebody. I am worried about the obsessions, okay? I am worried about that. This bond, like, Pisces, you can get so wrapped up in the feelings of feeling good and feeling beautiful and feeling wonderful that you may forget to come up for air, because you just want to swim around in it. So please be careful. But let's get some more information. Oh, 2 2s. You are wanting to see your future. You are wanting this growth, this direction. You're wanting it to be a committed direction, and you're wanting it to be with somebody. Okay. This job, all right, because general energy, this job, this person, this renewal or rekindling of something. For those of you who are already in a committed relationship, it's just about you really wanting to move forward and just see your future with this person. And I do have to say again, we don't need you to obsess over this. You're just gonna let it happen. Just flow. Okay, Pisces? Deep breath in, release. Just flow with this. Allow things to happen naturally. This is the thing with direction. You can't always fight the current. Our salmon fish cousins, they swim upstream, they fight the current, and the bears get them. Okay, so sometimes you just have to relax and not fight the current. All right, perhaps I feel like with obsessions here, because I keep being brought back to that it's obvious that there's some sort of message here. So next message I am receiving is about, this is a great time for you to connect with your guides, even those loved ones that have crossed over. So I do want you to be careful if you are, obsessing so much with wanting to speak to a crossed over loved one that you're willing to whip out a Ouija board. Please, please, please do not do this unless you have complete knowledge about the Ouija board and how to use it, and that you are in the right state of mind. If you're in the I need to speak to my past loved one state of mind, that's not the right state of mind. Okay, if you're obsessing over communicating with them, you want to visit a medium, talk with a medium, and hope that they can connect with that person. And if they can't, it's either because they're not ready to talk to you, or they're not ready to talk to you through this specific medium that you come in contact with. So please keep that in mind. But, there's a bond here. And when the veil is thin, you may be feeling, Pisces, you're so eccentric in this way of being able to see the supernatural, connect with the supernatural, with your natural intuitive gifts, your psychic abilities. that you may be wanting to really just for you to move forward in this path of spiritualism. So lots of meditating, lots of grounding every day, every day, every day. Taking walks by rivers, lakes, being around water, which is your natural element. October is our opposite month. Okay. I mean, if you think about it here in the States, the time changes it's usually around Easter. So that's usually at the end of March, and changes again, usually around Halloween. Um, and, a little lesser known fact, the veil is just as thin during that time as it is during this time during October, which is probably why Pisces is so intuitive and so connected to the supernatural, drawn towards it. Like you don't even realize how drawn you are and to spiritualism because of the veil being thin around the time that you're born. So, yes, I know Pisces are born in February as well. Remember, it's not just one day that the veil is thin. It's a process. So it just feels like there is for some of you this great connection spiritually, where you're just really wanting to see everything, moving forward here. Back to being obsessed. All right. So I'm also hearing that while you're wanting to move forward with this growth, with this happiness here, that you're not necessarily doing so with your eyes open. I do have to worry that you're just not, you're perhaps blinded by your own feelings of romance and romanticizing a situation that can't necessarily be romanticized, but you don't want to see that. You want to see what makes you happy. So possibly you've been daydreaming about fixing a situation, fixing a relationship here that has been unfulfilling. You feel as though you've lost something here. And that's brought you into your obsession or your desires to repair, to fix this relationship, wanting to see this relationship moving forward, but not really looking at the fact that there's all these roadblocks to getting there. You're wanting it too fast, too soon. Again, this is patience is needed in this. I mean, you're wanting to get away from this bad situation. You're wanting to get away and move on, but it just kind of feels like you're stuck. It just feels like you're stuck, and it feels like that perhaps you aren't necessarily seeing that there's an exit here. You're just kind of stuck in this situation. But going back to the spiritualism side of this, it feels like connecting with your guides, doing lots of meditating. If you've been having restless nights or not really sleeping that much, it's because of this desire for this change, this desire for things to be different so bad. And you're just kind of stuck and they can't change. And you just want this relationship to be happy and copacetic. And you're not paying attention to anything. You're not looking at anything except for what you want. But it's time to stop and look at, well, why isn't it getting there? Why isn't it moving forward? It's time to take off your blinders, as it were, and really look at this situation as to why are you stuck? Are you walking in a circle? Okay. Are you standing in a hole, just walking, walking, and walking? And so that's why you're not getting anywhere. You need to stop. I mean, like being shown somebody with a blindfold on, standing in a hole, and they just keep walking like they're on a treadmill. And if they just took the blindfold off, they would see that all they have to do is crawl out of the hole so that they can actually move forward here. So with the King of Coffins being reversed, and we're seeing obsession here, it just, oh, Pisces, 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 Pisces. You need to get grounded here. This is your possible outcome. This doesn't mean it's going to happen. But you guys, if you're not focused and you're not truly seeing everything for the way that it is, if you're, telling yourself it's one way, even though you know it's another, you're going to make these careless mistakes. And these mistakes where it feels like they can be avoided. If you'll just really clearly look at how to move forward, if you'll really clearly look at where you're at right now and the place you're at right now, in this relationship, in this situation, whatever the situation is, whether it's a job hunt, whether it's bringing somebody into your life, whether it's making a stronger connection with somebody who's already in your life, you can't force it on them. I'm hearing again, I'm seeing a fish swimming. It's like you just have to go with the flow. All right, you just have to go with the flow and allow time. Okay. I don't feel as though that this isn't impossible. I just feel like whatever this desired outcome is possible if you are your best you. And I worry about the King of Coffins being reversed. Coffins is cups, I'm sorry, in this deck. Because that's about you not necessarily being your best you. All right, Pisces? Being overly emotional like Pisces are. You feel emotions 10 times more than anybody else. Especially if you're tapped into your psychic abilities. You feel, well, actually, it's if you're not tapped in. Okay, once you're tapped in, then it's easier to filter them out. So spiritual growth is important for you right now so that you can handle what it is you want to move forward. There's been miscommunication. There's been hurt feelings. There's been broken hearts here. And the thing is that all of this can be fixed. It's just going to have to take time. Okay. I'm hearing, they told me look at attachment, and then I heard that for some of you, this is about having a cleansing to get you out of this rut. The guy I saw standing in the hole, just walking and not getting anywhere. So please, 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 salt baths to cleanse yourself of any attached energy, meditating while you're in the bath, asking Archangel Michael to cut cords of negativity that others have put in you, or that perhaps you have unintentionally put into somebody else, to cut all these negativities, to remove you of any attachments of negativity, because these little entities, these little negative entities, like to go around everywhere, and you'll be seeing them coming up and during the holidays, because there's family entities that like to stir up shit when family occasions are together, and they'll just hop around from person to person. But they'll just look for somebody who might be feeling a little bit low. Bam, that's their opportunity. They jump on you and they just start feeding off of you and making you feel worse. So let's get all of that off. So that way you are able, with meditation, with salt baths, find a Reiki 2 practitioner, Shambhala 2 practitioner, work with that, with energy, work with SRTs, spiritual response therapists, and just, you need to cleanse yourself. You need to stop swimming in circles or going round and round in this hole, and get yourself out with a clear vision. Okay, I know what you want to see. I know what you want to manifest, but you need to cleanse yourself of whatever this negativity is that's holding you back, that you've stuck in your shadow and you've not wanted to face here. This sorrow, I'm feeling like this. There's just so much lack of communication here. So much lack of communication. And things have happened. And the only way for you to move forward is to be your best you. So I'm going to help change that energy for you, up to you, whether you want to accept it, free will, by turning that King of Coffins right side up. Reverse, we're talking about destructive behavior here. We're talking about being just overly, just like your worst you, your jealous you. All right, you're acting without thinking, Pisces you. Okay. But right side up, we're talking about your good nature, family, focused, insightful self, your supportive self, your compassionate self. And that is possible here. All right. This miscommunication has the possibility for being reversed. All right. Before I read the what other people are seeing in the situation cards, please keep in mind that the relationship reading will be at the end here. Okay. So how other people are seeing this. It feels like they see you on this hamster wheel, and they know that you're there. They know that you're pretending you're not there, and that you're afraid to acknowledge you're there, and that you're afraid to get off here. Um, you know, and that's the whole thing. It's like you're procrastinating and drawing things out and just saying, if I just do this a little bit longer, things will get better. If I just do this a little bit longer, things will get better. But it's time to just stop and let this go by talking about it. They see that you need to communicate. They see that it's time for you to share your burdens, because speaking them out loud will actually make your body feel lighter. So all this just sorrow that you're holding in, there's somebody in your life that wants you to talk about it. They want you to hear about it. They want to hear about it. And I don't care if you're just talking to your guides about it, if you're just talking to your best friend, your mom, and of course, I'm always going to recommend a therapist if you have the means that you're able to, be involved in that. It just, others around you are seeing you in this pain. They're seeing that you're not releasing this pain. They're seeing that you're just hoping over and the same thing over and over, and that you're getting nowhere. So it's time to change what you're doing, because it hasn't been working. And this couple first weeks here in October are about you releasing the fact that what you're doing isn't working, taking a good look at the fact that what you're doing to move forward isn't working, and just try something new. Okay? It's really about just trying a new way to manifest what you want. And very important, your old manifestations, you need to take that back so that you're not confusing the universe. So if you imagine your old manifestation of what you want inside of a balloon, and just pull that balloon down and pop that balloon, so that way the universe can no longer see your wish inside of this balloon, and then put your new manifestation in a bigger balloon, and try and get that manifestation up above all your other wants and wishes that you've hoped for in the past. So that your new one is being seen. Pisces relationships. General energy, guys. Just a quick reminder, relationships can be romance. They can be about friendships, you and your child, you and your parent, you and a sibling, you and a coworker, you and a job, even your relationship with yourself. So very important. That's why I don't call this a romance reading, because this is about whatever relationship that is the most important to address right now. No, I don't want to reverse those. Thank you. Pisces relationships. Thank you. This one. Thank you. Embrace your emotions. Don't okay, don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. That would be the King of Cups reversed. Judging yourself. You just got to let this go. Forgive yourself and change your approach and move forward. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions here. Nice. Okay. All right, clarification on the Emperor. So I do like seeing the Magician here, but I would like a couple more cards on the Emperor, please. Those two right there. And we got the Nine of Wands again. These worries, these burdens, we have the Lovers, so pretty much the Two of Cups. These worries, these burdens, these sorrows, you have to share them with the person or that's most important in your life, the person. I mean, God, we have the Lovers, the Emperor, and the Magician here. Big stuff, big stuff. Embracing your emotions, sharing them out loud, speaking to the Emperor. So general energy, that could be the Empress as well. And for me, this is always the father figure here. So is this about a relationship with your father, mother, or is this a relationship about your husband, wife? Okay, baby mama, baby daddy, whatever you want to say. It's just about this burden that you're carrying around this relationship. You need to look at those emotions here, okay? You're holding them inside. You're holding them. And I'm really being told here to look at the vortex. Look at the vortex. To send the emotions that are not serving you up to the universe and asking the universe to recycle these negative emotions into neutrality so that they can no longer hurt you, to alleviate you of this. Embrace them, okay? So this is what I recommend, okay? And this is what I like to do. I acknowledge that I have feelings of anger around. I acknowledge I have feelings of sorrow around. I'm holding a grudge, whatever, around blah, 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 blah. And I release that energy. I acknowledge the energy and then I release it. And once you release it, you have some vacant space there. So now it's time to fill that back up. And I ask Archangel Michael, or I ask one of my guides, whether it be Chloe or Yasmin, I ask them to replace that energy, to help me replace that energy with my own higher self energy. And I open up my seventh chakra and I allow my higher self energy to come in and fill all the chakras that I have just released energy out of. So, with this being around emotions, that energy is going to be in your third chakra and your fourth chakra. Okay. So your fourth chakra is your heart. Your third chakra is just below your heart, but above your belly button, in that sacral chakra. And that's where we hold our emotions. So if you have heartburn, if you're having stomach problems, you definitely know that that's because you're holding emotions in. So releasing this, and this is something I recommend that you do every single night as you go to bed, every single morning as you get up, whatever, but at least once a day, twice a day would be better. Acknowledging them and releasing them. And of course, you want to be grounded. You want your aura out. You want to be definitely have your spirit guides and guardian angels present with you while you're doing this here. This energy around this emperor, okay, this emperor energy, someone who is wanting you to be a certain way, someone who is wise and wanting to direct you. And you know, Pisces, you don't want to be directed, okay? You like to go with the flow. You do that. And you know, in the reading before, I felt as though that you were fighting this current. It just might be about you going with the flow and learning, because the Emperor is wise, about you learning why this situation's been so hard. Going with the flow, even though you're wanting to go against this Emperor energy, you gotta go with the flow. The Magician's down here saying, hey, you have to release this shit. You have to let it go. You need to stop being so controlling and embrace your emotions. Let those emotions out. Verbally, I acknowledge my heart is heavy with whatever your heart's heavy with. And I release it. I acknowledge that it's okay for me to be sad about this. I acknowledge that it's okay for me to feel regret. I acknowledge that I am sorry for what I did. And then let it go. And choose to fill yourself with your highest, most energy that is the most valuable for you in regards to this relationship here. You know, this parental guiding energy here, I feel like there's the lovers, there's so much love there. There's so much love, and you're holding back and not sharing your love. You're not allowing the love to come to you. And this is a relationship that needs to let love flow. And you have everything you need to let it flow. Pisces, this feels like a wonderful time of release for you. That you making an effort to release this energy verbally and spiritually and cleanse your chakras, cleanse your aura, and refilling yourself with your own highest vibrational energy. with your higher self. And I do have a meditation. Look under the how-tos if you'd like to check that out. And just really allowing love to flow, allowing the burden that you've been carrying around, that you haven't wanted to look at. Face it, look at it, see what this responsibility is, and acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you haven't been paying attention to this responsibility and letting it go. Letting it go of your guilt for not taking care of it. Letting go of your guilt for not having power over it. Could be something you don't have power over. But it just feels like embracing the fact that you deserve to be loved and that you don't need to hang on to this. You don't have to fight sleep to hang on to something that doesn't need to be hung on to. That you can release it, you can rest, and that you can move forward with knowledge and with self-empowerment for a better way of life. Pisces, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Please show me some love with some thumbs up on this video. And happy Halloween.